Hello everybody. Do I look? Okay, I look good. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. There is a question box below, so if you guys have a question later, do ask questions. I'm gonna try and make it short and sweet so that you guys don't get bored. I'm supposed to be doing training. Hi everyone. Hi Shira. Am I speaking loud enough? Ke kena kuat sikit? Do I have to speak louder? Dengar tak? Hi everybody. It's 12 p.m. sharp now. I think we'll wait 2 minutes. Thanks Shira. I'm using my phone sebab I'm actually in between trainings on my iPad. So if you guys rasa macam I tak lahan ke apa ke, you just let me know. The thing is, I scheduled this live last week, tapi training ni baru Saturday diorang set. So tak apa, sambil I bercakap dengan you all, I dengar dia berceramah. What time is it? 12:01. Okay, I'll start in 1 minute. Before that, I want to introduce myself. I'm Natasha Gideon. Some of you may know me as MarieJualKondo. Some of you call me Mary. That's fine. I am a full-time real estate negotiator, and I handle residential properties. So my goal actually for MarieJualKondo was to spread awareness, because I was once a first-time home buyer, and I know how frustrating it can be as a millennial or a young person, or just actually anyone who's trying to purchase a property, because you feel like property is something that's so macam complex. And so with MarieJualKondo and this platform, I'm trying to make you understand it in more layman terms, because it's actually quite simple. You just need to know what you're looking for and what you need to research and things like that. Okay, so as I mentioned on my Insta story yesterday, I'm going to talk about 4 things plus the Q&A. Number 1, I'll explain to you the responsibilities of an agent and how you can benefit from an agent, as well as, you know, my experience as a real estate negotiator, a REN. Number 2, I'm going to talk about starting your property journey, right? As a young person or as a first-time home buyer, what should you do, right? Because this was also one of the questions, what young people can do as you are starting your property journey. Hi Cece. Number 3, I'm going to talk about tips on purchasing and how to best use your investment, and I'll explain more on that later. And then number 4, lastly, I'll talk about property investing in 2020 and what you should do. So if you're looking at investing this year, here's what I think and what my opinions are based on facts and comparisons that I've seen before, right? Let's start. First, life as a real estate negotiator. So I started 4 years ago. I'm a licensed real estate negotiator. Every year we have to renew our licenses in order to be legal practicing negotiators, right? You know how people always say, oh, best tak jadi agent. Agent in Malaysia actually means someone who has taken the exam, has done their macam viva. You have to do like you have your reports and everything. So actually agents pangkat dia lagi tinggi. You boleh have your own firm, you know, that you have a bigger, it's more professional lah basically. Real estate negotiator, you take a 2-day course, you dah boleh jadi real estate negotiator. But that doesn't mean that you will straight away be earning loads of amounts of money. Okay, so when I started, I did high-end products, and then the economy kind of dipped a bit. So then I moved into millennials who want to buy properties, right? So the thing about real estate negotiators is that I think a lot of people hear, oh, if you jadi real estate negotiator, you jual rumah, you cepat kaya. Sebab jual satu rumah, you dapat beribu-ribu. Yes, but the opportunity to sell a property per month is very difficult, especially in this period of time. So can you imagine during the RMO, what the situation is like? I can't take you to see a house. I can't go out and start, like meeting people and things like that. But what I can do is use, the internet, as everyone is using. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to you. So it is difficult. So siapa lepas ni cakap, oh, jadi agent ni best, banyak duit, boleh kaya? Boleh. But you can also be like, you can also not make money and have to give up halfway because your savings finish and things like that. So anyway, my advice for you, if you want to be a real estate negotiator, give me a call. If you want to buy a property and you're a buyer, you should engage in a real estate negotiator, because buyers do not pay the agents or the negotiators. Owners pay. So you untung tau kalau you nak beli rumah, if you want to start your investment journey, you just get an agent or a negotiator. They do the work for you, get your loan, call the lawyers, go back and forth, ding dong here and there, and you don't even need to pay for our services. The owner pays, or the developer pays for us. So kalau you are looking for a property, my bet is to do that. Tapi kalau you ada connections, you have bankers, you have lawyers, semua, it's up to you obviously. But this is just my advice lah, right? So that's the first topic, right? Why you should hire a real estate negotiator. I had a question about what is your life as a real estate negotiator. My life is pretty, people say, oh, jadi real estate negotiator kan, flexi hours. Okay, yes, flexi hours, I can kind of, do my own thing. But it's also, flexi hours can also mean that you spend a lot of time working, right? So you guys are all working from home, right? This is literally what I do. I work from home. I don't have a cutoff point. So if I start at 10 o'clock in the morning and a client texts me at 7 p.m., I will continue working 7 p.m. onwards, 8 p.m. onwards, sometimes 9 p.m. I should discipline myself and not respond, but I mean, it's rezeki, right? And you work on commission, so you're like, okay lah, I have to respond, because time means deals, and deals means money, and money means I get to survive another day. Yeah, so life as a real estate negotiator is basically what you're going through now. Working from home, that's what we do almost every day, especially me, because I'm a full-time negotiator. And so it has been interesting, but it does require a lot of discipline. Okay, we're going to move on to something that is a bit more interesting, and this is also one of the questions that we got yesterday, which is starting your property journey. So whether you are a first-time home buyer, or whether you baru nak beli, or which is the same thing, sorry, or if you're young and you baru start kerja, what do I do? This is what you do. First of all, the basic of any sort of investment, right, is to save money in order for you to dump that money into an investment, right? So regardless of whether you decide, oh, I nak buat ASB, or I nak buat foreign fund, what's FD? Fund, oh my god, fixed deposit. Yeah, whether you want to do FD, or you nak buat beli rumah, right? You still have to have money, right? So regardless, simpan duit dulu, right? Use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% you guna untuk yourself, 30% for 30% for what? Your bills kot, and then 20% is for savings. Okay, so use that rule, save up money. Lepas dah save up money, you have that 20% for maybe after a year. What you do is you decide, okay, I want to invest in property. I think it's better returns than FD. I think it's better returns than ASB. And I think it's a good way to make more money, increase the value. I've studied, etc. Okay, so lepas you dah save duit, you dah decide I want to invest. Thirdly, what you need to do is do your research. What do you want? You janganlah, okay, I nak beli rumah, I tak kisah kat mana. So bila you tanya I pun tak tahu macam mana nak tolong you, because you pun tak tahu you nak beli dekat mana. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Study, do your research. Make sure you know what you are looking for. You nak invest or you want for own stay? Ke you nak untuk dua-dua? Kalau dua-dua macam mana? You nak rental? You nak return of investment berapa? Ke you nak appreciation in value? Meaning you beli dulu and then in 10 years you nak benda tu naik dalam 20,000, 100,000 macam tu. Okay? Decide what you want. Make sure you know specifically what do you intend on using that property for, right? Narrow down, don't be general. Susah. Kalau you tanya I pun tak tahu macam mana, because it's your bank loan kan. Takkan I nak cakap dengan you, kalau you tak tahu nak beli kat mana, of course I'm going to propose to you my project kan. So if you don't mind, of course that's not a problem, but make sure you know what you're looking for. Okay? After that, do your proper finances. Do a projection in the next 5 years. Okay, kalau you beli new development, in the next 5 years rumah you siap, what is your estimated gaji going to be? What is your estimated commitments going to be? How much will I be able to sustain myself? Will I be able to rent this property out? You have to think of all these things, right? You want to start as an investor, you have to think like an investor. If you want to own a home, okay, is this enough? After 5 years, kalau you kahwin, anak you berapa orang? If you have one child, where does the bedroom go? Kalau I beli dekat area sini, ada sekolah bagus ke tak? There are so many things that you need to think about when you are starting your journey. But, like I said, the basics are, save up your money, make sure you have. Number 2, do your research. That's important, because from there you know how much you need to save up. Kalau kata you beli subsale, you kenalah save up 10% for the down payment and maybe another 5% for all your fees. Betul? Kalau you beli new development, maybe you have to only save up 20% of that total, right? Thirdly, narrow down. Don't be too general. Make sure you know what you want to buy for. Investment or property. Investment or own stay, or both, right? And then fourthly, this is very general lah. Do your finances. Make sure you know what you want to do with the property in the next 5 years. You want to stay? Okay, cukup tak bilik? Area dekat mana? Dekat tak nak balik kampung? Dekat tak nak pergi kerja? You know, things like that. You cannot ask me because I tak tahu you kerja kat mana. Anak you nak sekolah kat mana? Shouldn't be my decision. It should be your decision, right? So all these things you have to make sure you jot that down and you know what you're doing. Last kali, you dah tahu, you dah decide apa, contact an agent, me, and start planning your financial journey. Kalau you tak tahu and you rasa I nak beli rumah tapi I nak beli in the next 5 years, it's okay, just give me a call, WhatsApp me. I can give you free consultations. It's really not a problem. Sebab when I was buying my first property, I really struggle. I tak tahu where do I start, what do I Google, what is freehold, kenapa leasehold lain, bumi lot dengan Malay Reserve sama ke? It's different, right? So all these things, kalau you rasa you tak tahu, loan ni semi-flexi, ya Allah banyaknya, conventional, Islamic, so many things that you need to know, right? So if you rasa segan lah, I lambat lagi nak beli rumah, tak apa, just give me a call and I can assist you with that, right? That's on starting your property journey. If you have any questions, do put them in the box and I will answer them. The cat has to make an appearance. Tak boleh, I dah kunci pintu. Dia dari tadi cuba nak masuk. Itu PA Inka is the PA. Okay, so now we're going on to the third topic, which is, what is the third topic? Tips on purchasing. Okay, benda ni I ada a few points that I want to make. Okay, number one, how do you make the best out of a property purchase? I want to touch on firstly new developments. Okay, new developments have a lot of rebates, have a lot of things that you get for free. Sebab tu ramai orang pilih new development daripada subsale. Kalau contoh rumah 300,000 for subsale, you kena keluarkan 30,000 untuk down payment if you get a 90% loan, right? Besides that, you also have to come up with maybe 5% more, which is 5 out of 3, 15. How much is 5% out of 300,000 lah? 15,000 lah kan? 15,000 more just for your legal fees and your loan fees and your stamping and your MOT and all that. So together you kena keluarkan 45,000 to buy a 300,000 ringgit property. Belum apa-apa lagi dah 45,000, right? Tapi tak apa. Kalau you ada duit, tak apa. Cari property yang below market value and make that property worthwhile. Sebab number one, you dapat value appreciation. Number two, kalau you boleh dapat thanks CC, a bit slow today. If you dapat a tenant that can help you and pay for your mortgage, that's great. Tak apa. Itu untuk orang yang ada cash in hand. You can take out from EPF, account 2 you boleh keluarkan your EPF account 2 untuk digunakan for down payment, right? For new development, sometimes dia akan kata tak apa, booking. Kalau you tengok dekat my page, booking is just RM100. Kalau you jadi, you jalan. Kalau tak jadi, RM100 tu kalau tak ada saja-saja tak nak, tak jadilah, you burn RM100 je, right? It's not a lot. But the reason why I'm saying this is because bila you dapat that rebate, okay, regardless of how much you pay the developer, kata you kena bayar dekat developer 1% down payment, you keluarkan dekat EPF account 2, you tetap dapat duit yang 10% tu. You tetap dapat duit dari account 2 tu, right? So katakan from your EPF account 2 for the 300,000 ringgit property, you dapat 30,000, which is your down payment, right? That's 30,000. And you only have to pay 100 plus maybe 1% for the property. That's 3,000 ringgit. 3,000 ringgit plus your booking is 3,100 ringgit. Beza 45,000 dengan 3,100 ringgit banyak kan? Yeah. But you still get your EPF account 2 lump sum tu. So kalau kata you dapat 30,000, you minus 3,000, the balance, what can you do with that? Banyak you boleh buat. Number one, with that amount of money, you can either keep it sampai rumah tu dah siap. Okay, I dah ada duit untuk renovate. But this part I akan explain a bit more later, whether you should renovate kau or you should renovate sikit je. Okay, dengan duit tu you boleh guna untuk what was I saying? Untuk renovate later on. Number two, what else can you do with that? Maybe you can dump it back into your mortgage. So your mortgage dah kurang lagi, let's say you dump in 30,000, right? You dah ambil loan 270,000 tadi, 90% kan? You dump in another 30, sekarang tinggal 240,000 je untuk you bayar. Monthly you dah reduce, right? Bila monthly you reduce, you dah boleh compete with other tenants or other properties in the area, if not get more rental returns, right? Isn't that great? Because mortgage ni is reducing, your interest is reducing kan most of the time. So bila you dump in more money, dia ikut daily kan, some ikut daily lah I think, if I'm not mistaken. The more you dump in, the less interest you accrue. The less interest you accrue, the less you're paying lump sum in a total. Have you guys seen how much interest you pay for a property that's 300,000? Alah, sekat-sekat ke? I hope it's okay. You pay close to the amount of the property that you're buying tau. Kalau kata rumah you 300,000, the interest alone I think would be about 200 something plus thousand tau. Banyak. So the good thing about that is with that money you can dump that back in. Number 3, why don't you use that money to settle the rest of your loans so that your CRIS and your DSR decreases. That means in the future, kalau you nak beli rumah lain, nanti I save, insyaAllah. Kalau you nak beli rumah lain, you dah boleh gunakan, your secret dah turun sebab you dah bayar all your hutang, right? Number 4, apa lagi ni Natasha? Banyaknya benda boleh buat. Banyak. Number 4, you dapat duit yang extra from your EPF ni, masuk dalam investment. Masuk investment lain. You dah buat investment property, right? Buatlah investment lain pula. You nak buat FD, Bumi Putra, buat ASB. Apa? Tabung haji. ASB walaupun seteruk-teruknya pun, you dapat tahun lepas dapat berapa? 6%? Itu paling teruk lah 6%. Other places you won't get that kind of rates yearly, betul tak? Right? So these are the 4 things that you can do with the money that you get from all the rebates and all the amount that you save from paying your lawyer lah, you nak bayar down payment lah, apalah kan. So you can use that money wisely and dump it elsewhere. From that you get more money. That's how you grow your money. Kita dari kecil kita belajar save kan. Tapi sebenarnya I think the way to go is to grow. That's what I think. Okay. After that, bila you dah dapat property tu, how do you make that worthwhile? Number 1, Airbnb. I rasa setakat ni Airbnb okay je. But the problem with that is, you tengoklah keadaan sekarang, because Airbnb is short term and you cannot control who stays for how long, you akan kerugian dalam keadaan macam ni. 5.5 last year. Interesting. But still lah, it's still not bad lah kan. So Airbnb, kalau sekarang macam mana? You tak dapat tenant, you tak dapat Airbnb, people coming to your Airbnb. So susah lah kan, this short term. In this market, kita tak tahu, kita is very volatile. What you should do is cari rental, cari tenant yang boleh you lock down 1 year, 2 years, 3 years lagi bagus, with option to renew your tenancy. Betul, right? So for me, up to you, you nak buat apa. Tapi a lot of property sekarang, because of Airbnb cases, a lot of condos pun dah tak nak ambil Airbnb dah. So kita kena fikir, okay, what if one day my property dah tak nak, dah cannot allow Airbnb, what can I do from there? Yeah. So like any other investment, property is one that you have to adapt. Even I as a rent pun, I kena adapt. I tak boleh jual rumah 8 juta dah sekarang ni. I kena jual dekat new development. Senang orang nak beli. I have to adapt. Same as you. You beli property, macam mana? Rental kalau turun macam mana? Airbnb tak boleh macam mana? Right? Secondly, ni I nak cerita yang I cakap tadi, investment unit. Okay, from my experience, bukan sahaja harga rumah dah turun sedikit, rentals have also decreased, meaning that you will probably have to top up for the rentals that you are getting. So kata kalau you bayar dekat bank your mortgage dalam 1,500, right? In the area, because so many properties have dah naik, so many properties are competing with you, maybe you akan dapat 1,200. Yeah, so you kena top up 300. Lepas tu you kena top up pula maintenance fees lagi 200. So you have to pay 500 extra, right? My point to this is, a lot of properties tak boleh dapat positive cash flow. A lot of it, kalau you break even, alhamdulillah, bagus. Tapi most of the time, you akan dapat negative cash flow. Right? This is just the reality of what has been happening in the future. So be prepared. Tapi bukannya bermaksud, I kena top up 500, I rugi. Tidak. Someone is paying for your mortgage, right? Someone is paying for your investment. It's still good. Cuma you kena tahu, okay, how much can I afford? How much is it time to cut off already? Okay, I'm bleeding, I dah tak mampu, right? So make sure you know what that's why I cakap, you kena ada 5-year plan ahead, 5 years. I boleh mampu ke tak? Kerja I ni contract ke? Kerja I tetap ke? Will I be able to afford in the next 5 years? Things like that. Investment units. In 2020, because of the price going down, I suggest, kalau you nak buat property dekat area yang maybe rental is 2,500 and below, Actually 2,000 and below lah. Because everyone wants affordable units to rent, right? I suggest you tak payah nak ID sangat. You tak payah nak spend, I'm going to spend 50k, I'm going to spend 100k, I want to flip this property. For now, a lot of people, for renters, akan look for good deals. A lot of buyers are looking for good deals, meaning they want something cheap. Yeah, they want something below market value. Kalau untuk rental, ramai yang call okay, I nak 1,500 and below, tapi I nak dekat dengan LRT. So you as a investor, take this into consideration when you're buying your property. Kalau you beli new development, beli yang dekat dengan LRT, beli yang dekat dengan MRT, kalau ada yang fits your budget, right? For these properties pula, you punya value is dependent on the public transport, bukannya berapa lawa, berapa cantik unit you. Sebab people are looking for good deals. So you put yourself in a renters punya situation, and you think, okay, kalau I nak duduk sini, but I won't pay so much. I tak nak pun chandelier ni, kan? So why should I pay for something that doesn't bring value to me? Increases the value of the property, yeah, it's very nice, but that has no value to me. So I think I'll take the cheaper unit, maybe dalam RM500 cheaper, kan? RM500 banyak benda boleh buat, right? So my suggestion is, kalau you ada property and your target area, you're targeting young couples, you're targeting those yang working professionals, young professionals, I suggest you do partly furnish with option. Kalau kata, okay, client tu call kata, okay, I suka rumah you cantik, partly furnish, tapi boleh tak you tambah untuk I washing machine satu. Then at least okay lah, you rasa okay, you ambil dengan I 1 tahun I tak payah fikir mortgage. I have to bleed 1,500, I put in a washing machine for you. You kira-kira, you rasa okay, that's not too much, that's good, okay, go for it, right? So my point is, you ikut your price range, you ikut your area. Kalau you rasa it's towards the lower range, you tak payah nak buat cantik-cantik sangat. Kalau you are targeting, okay, KLCC, I nak expat, do, up to you, carry on. But even expats dah kurang ya sekarang, budget for expats also dah kurang, and expats coming in also dah kurang, okay? And that's on tips on purchasing and how to enhance or how to make more money from your properties. I have one more video or one more IGTV that I nak post sebenarnya. InsyaAllah I will post on Wednesday. I interviewed my good friend Warna Bila. Kalau you all kenal dia, she is a makeup artist and she recently opened her own studio dekat area Empire Damansara, right? I wanted to show you how good the location is and how she managed to be rent free, right? So I akan cerita dengan you. Basically what she does is, dia buat cantik-cantik, dia because it's a commercial area lah, dia buat cantik-cantik, and she doesn't sublet the unit, but orang datang photoshoot dekat unit dia for 2 hours berapa ringgit, 3 hours berapa ringgit, right? And at the end of February, tak silap I, she had 2 months rental already, right? Just from a few hours of being creative with her apartment, right? But also that's because that's a property yang commercial lah, right? But nanti yang tu nanti I cerita, yang tu nanti IGTV akan keluar, okay? So you wait for that on Wednesday, right? So that's on tips on purchasing. Let's move on to the 4th topic, which is property investing in 2020. Okay. A lot of you probably are looking to invest and looking to buy, and I am so happy to inform you that based on my research, based on data that I have read up on, kita tengok the economic crisis in 2008, kita tengok the economic crisis that has, the market has been soft, and bila kita compare both together, a lot of similarities exist between what happened in 2008 and what happened sekarang, right? Cuma sekarang ni I think it's a bit worse kot. The economy is bad. There is a move towards a more electronic and a more prop tech, property technology is becoming more and more prevalent. So there's a shift in the market a bit. And then number 3, we are smacked with COVID-19, right? So a lot of things are happening right now, but that means it's a good opportunity for you to make a purchase with property. Why? Let me explain. Number 1, kalau you nak beli sekarang, a lot of properties in the subsale market are below market value. Ramai owners are desperate and want to sell their properties below market value. You can get below 10%, below 20%, below 30%, below 40% pun ada, right? But based on the market value lah. What does that mean? That means you beli je, your property, that it can reach that level. Okay, so if you buy something that's contohlah 1 million, right? But you got it at a 40% discount, you dapat for 600,000. In the future, you tahu whatever happens, you can get that 1 million, kan? Because that is the value of that property. So by the time the market has bounced back and the market is better, I'm going to say in the next 5 years lah, hopefully, you made your 1 million, you made your 400,000, you made your 40% you made your 40% already, right? Besides that, you boleh gunakan that below market value property untuk dapatkan competitive rental rates, because you are paying the mortgage yang maybe 10 years back punya repayment, right? And you will be able to compete with those yang baru beli in that same area. Number 2, bila you beli untuk new development, right? Now is the time. You tengok macam mana desperate-nya owners, macam tu lah desperate-nya developers juga. That's why they're giving you booking RM100, booking 1,000. Booking akan diberikan balik. It's like you're not paying anything also, right? Why? Because the market is bad. They want to attract more customers. And so if you can afford, I tak paksa, but if you can afford, if you rasa, yes, this is the time to buy, then make that purchase and do that now. Why? Because it's a good time. Number 1, kita punya OPR dah turun 3 times in the last 10 months, right? Masa I beli property dulu, and that's not a long time ago, that's like 4 years ago je, my interest rate was 4.55%. Now kalau you beli, I ada ada client I dapat 3.8, 3.7, 3.6 pun ada, right? So you're not paying so much on interest. You're still paying the principal, the same amount. Your Pinterest tak payah banyak sangat, right? Besides the OPR being reduced, right, we also have there is talks of the reserved ratio being reduced by 30 billion to increase liquidity in the market. What does that mean? That means that you might be able to get more loans. They akan loosen the loans even more. Kalau sebelum ni susah, you rasa 3 tahun lepas I cuba apply untuk loan, tak boleh lah. Yes, betul. 3 years ago, loans were very difficult. BNM tighten all the loans, susah nak dapat. Sekarang they are encouraging us to spend more. Economy is bad, we have to pump money in. The money goes within the economy. That's how it repairs itself, right? Basic economy 101. So because the reserve ratio has reduced, you get more money, you get more loans, easier to get loans, inshallah, and you get lower interest rates. Siapa tak nak, right? So if you look back, this kind of situation seems like what has happened in 2008, what has happened in 2013. And this is the time, kalau you dengar dulu orang kata, oh, pakcik ni beli rumah dekat Ceras 2008, sekarang dah mahal dah rumah dia. Dulu dia beli 600,000, sekarang dah naik 900,000 sekejap je. This is the similar situation where maybe our parents or our grandparents beli dulu, made that buy, and took advantage of the situation. Yeah. If you want to take advantage of the situation in terms of new developments, what I suggest is you tengok area-area yang baru nak naik. Sebab dia baru nak naik, orang macam skeptical, right? So the value hasn't increased yet. You can't see, okay, what's the potential of this property? Apa akan jadi dekat property ni? If you buy in Setialam 10 years ago, rumah you 600,000. Sekarang ada je yang sampai 1.5. That's more than double already. So, tapi dulu 10 years ago you nak pergi Setialam, nak kena ada pasport ke pergi Setialam? So you takkan nampak benda ni. But now you do your research, you tengok okay, dah ada banyak, there's a lot of things that you can research, there's a lot of points or locations yang you boleh jadikan sebagai case study, right? So take that as a example and look at areas. Okay, kalau I tengok dulu Setialam macam ni, naik dia macam ni. Okay, means kalau you beli rumah yang SP Setia develop, dia guna the same township punya DNA. How I know this? I interviewed them when I work in Property Inside the magazine 5 years ago. I interviewed, kalau tak salah, I interview one of the managing directors. And dia cerita dengan I, dia kata, kita ambil the same DNA, the same kind of system yang dia implement dekat Setialam, dia implement dekat Semenyih. So now you're thinking, siapa nak pergi Semenyih? Semenyih tu dekat dengan Myanmar ke? Tak, I gurau je. Tapi Semenyih dekat dengan Beranang So you fikir macam, siapa nak duduk Semenyih? But you never know, right? Later on akan ada MRT, later on akan ada LRT, highways. SP Setia selalu dia akan buat highway demi dia punya township. And that's what they did with Semenyih as well. Dia bawa masuk 10B. That is their anchor international school. That's how Setia Eco Park has become such a good investment area, has become such a good location for international. You bayangkan ada orang putih dekat Setialam, and nanti akan ada orang putih kat Semenyih tau. You jangan terkejut. So these are the things that you nak take into consideration, right? Macam the property yang I advertised on my page, Damansara Perdana. It's already such a good location. You dah tahu, ada curve, ada Wan Utama, ada LDP, ada banyak tol, and you know, you think about it, booking pun 100 je, kan? So it's a good deal, it's a good time to take these opportunities, and look at the trajectory. Kalau you beli sekarang rumah ni 500,000, tapi square foot you 1,100, cuba you bayangkan in the future macam mana. Kalau you tengok in Bangsa South dulu, similar situation, rumah 600,000, sekarang you nak beli 1 million lebih dah. So tapi of course appreciation for value, you kena bersabar sikit lah. Tak adalah you beli sekarang, in 5 years you nak expect a lot of money. Sekarang bukan zaman you nak flip susah kita nak flip sekarang ni. The market is bad, semua orang kalau boleh nak flip. So bila kerumun ramai-ramai semua nak flip property, dah semua pun there's an overcrowding of supply, there's an oversupply, demand tak cukup. In the end you tak dapat pun the amount that you wanted, right? So besides having the knowledge of an investor, also be able to adapt to the market, right? Idruski, can you share your property investment? Can we get positive cash flow properties? Boleh. I rasa kalau you beli auction properties, you boleh dapat positive cash flow. Tapi of course there are pros and cons to that. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about in another IGTV. But kalau you jenis yang ambil risiko, you tak kisah auction, maybe you can look into that. I will do an IGTV on that as well. My property investment, I beli property dekat BSP 21 Bandar Sarjana Putra. I did a video on that as well. Please check it out. But basically, for the past 3 years, I bayar bank 1,200 and my rentals dari 900 jadi 800.5. But for basic unit lah, so I still have to top up a bit. I still have to top up a bit for maintenance. Tapi okay, Alhamdulillah, at least someone is paying for my mortgage. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I'm thankful. For other investments, kalau you dapat untung baru benda tu berganda-ganda kan. Kalau tak, you still have to pay. So that is property investing in 2020. No more flipping, no more I nak positive cash flow. Confirm kalau I beli kat sini dah lah high density. You bayangkan kalau rumah you ada 600 units, you take maybe 40% lah. 40% is 240 units. 240 people want to rent the unit out. You think you can get a competitive price? Susah. So keep that in mind. Tapi jangan, I bukan nak cakap jangan invest, I nak kata jangan expect, oh I akan dapat positive cash flow every month, I akan dapat extra RM200, RM500. Tidak, zaman sudah berubah. Ya. Okay, now I'm going to, yang tu dah habis. Now I'm going to the Q&A that was asked on my questions kemarin dan semalam. A few I have answered in the show, in the IG live tadi. I dah cerita. Kalau if you missed it, insyaAllah I hope I am able to save this later. Nanti you boleh tengok balik. Okay, I got a question from XWIZIT. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. What to look for in residential subsale? Okay, I'll do a video on this, but basically, firstly, you look for your location. You location kat mana? Dekat ke tak dengan tempat kerja, and adakah you akan tersangkut dalam jam? Bila you dah jumpa, okay, I decided I nak duduk dekat puncak alam. I suggest, apa kata, you tanya surrounding neighbours. Ya, pergilah, jadilah peramah, jadilah Joya. Hello, hi, you duduk sini lama dah? Jam kat sini teruk tak? Saya kerja KL. Kalau kerja KL okey tak? Oh, ya ke? Kalau kerja PJ macam mana? Which road can I use? Ada tak highway yang I boleh macam mana I boleh lari daripada the jam. Boleh tak lalu jalan belakang? Kalau orang puncak alam, dia tahu jalan paip. Macam Setia Alam, kita ada jalan paip. Kita lalu puncak alam, sejam nak sampai dekat PJ. Secondly, kalau subsale, of course you have to look out also for your repairs. What repairs do you have to do? You kena tanya owner, piping okay tak? When was the last time you renovated? Kalau owner renovate, tanya dia, ada tak permission daripada DBKL ke MPPSJ ke, what is the the local authority, dia dapat tak the permission from the local authority to do that extension. Ni extend sampai belakang tapi tak ada the ni tau, tak ada dia punya permission tu. So make sure you ada, because that one, kalau apa-apa you beli nanti, you yang kena bayar you have to pay for the summon, right? And sometimes summon dia lagi banyak daripada what you have built or what the past owner has built, right? Fourthly, ni yang I suka lah, this is just my specific macam what I looked for. I tengok, not really feng shui lah, I tak pandai sangat tengok feng shui, but tengok kedudukan matahari. Bila orang selalu kata, okay, where is the morning sun? Where is the evening sun? Kenapa? Sebab evening sun panas. If your bedroom faces evening sun, how are you going to, or if you work from home, your office faces evening sun, memang tak jadi home office. Kalau dapur you facing evening sun, how are you going to cook dinner? Cook dinner je berpeluh, workout sambil memasak, right? So look at that. Like for me, when I came, I knew, okay, I nak duduk apartment, I nak corner unit. So bila I masak dekat yard, tak nampak, my neighbours can't see from the corridor. Also, I get more light because I'm facing outside. Bila I face inside, dah lah nampak koridor, aku masak orang nampak. Boleh gelap pula tu. So there are a lot of things that maybe you don't mind, but I mind that. So I really looked at that when I was purchasing, or when my husband was purchasing also. Your view, your level, it depends. What do you want? Also, this one goes for new development as well. Tengok kat mana tangki air. If you're buying a condo lah, you boleh tengok dari tingkat atas sampai tingkat bawah. If the building is very high, dia akan ada split dekat tengah, akan ada one more tangki air kat tengah. Maybe you want to avoid buying the property yang betul-betul bawah the tangki air. Besides that, you want to avoid buying property yang sebelah lift, takut bising, right? So things like that. But mainly I rasa you kena tanya owner lah. Owner dah renovate bila in the past few months, because takut bila you dah beli nanti you kena redo the whole piping. Tiba-tiba toilet pecah, so nanti hilang, you potong sikit daripada you punya budget lah. There was another question, buying old condo, similar situation. You kena tengok all these things so that you don't pay too much on your property, right? Daripada investment, turns out it's a property that causes you to bleed. So that one is something that you need to check out. Okay. location, location macam I cakap tadi lah. Kalau kata you in the next 5 years you nak ada anak, you tengok lah, okay, what school can I send my children to? Do I need to go out of this area? Dulu masa I duduk Sungai Buloh, I had to go out of Sungai Buloh because masa tu it wasn't so developed kan. So I had to go out of Sungai Buloh. I kena pergi Wan Utama, I kena pergi Curve, baru I boleh dapat all my nak pergi shopping lah sebenarnya cerita dia. Okay, macam sekarang I duduk Setialam, I have certain city mall, I can just go there, everything is there. There's Eco Ardens, I am nearby to an expensive development. So insyaAllah in the near future LRT pun akan lalu sini. Yeah, so also look at future LRT lines as well. That's how you can ensure that you get a better investment, yeah, increase of value. I have another question here. It's multiple loan submission. Okay, I nak you jawab if you know what a multiple loan submission is. I'll give you these few seconds. Siapa yang faham multiple loan submission? 10. Ada tak? Kita ada. Akan ada orang yang ajar you beli sekali 3 rumah dalam satu masa. Bila you dapat loan you approve, you tukar nama property for the 2 other loans, and then you dah boleh beli 3 rumah, right? Benda ni obviously is illegal. Yes, correct, Ili. Bijaksana. You apply for one property, tapi bila you dapat, oh, tahniah Puan Natasha, tanya, anda dapat loan apa ni? Loan approve from Afin. Hello, bank here, Miss Natasha, congratulations, you dapat 90% loan, you dapat 3. Okay, contoh. From the 3, yang lagi 2 ni, you tukar jadi location lain, rumah lain yang you dah lama, you are eyeing this lah, kan? Dah, okay, you boleh beli 3 rumah. Number 1, that is not financially sound, especially if you are new to property investment, right? Because contoh lah, kalau 4 years ago I bought 2 properties or 3 properties, sekarang waktu I'm RMO ni, I dah boleh bankrupt dah. Right? So benda ni illegal, obviously, because it encourages non-performing loans. Non-performing loans are loans yang you tak boleh bayar balik, right? Orang tu akan bankrupt. Number 1, you cannot fly. Number 2, the more non-performing loans there are in the market, the bigger you're creating the bubble. Bila semua orang tak boleh bayar their non-performing loans, that's when the subprime crisis happen, right? Because they were giving out loans, bagi. Siap ada loan bagi ni, nama siapa? Nama jiran, nama postman, nama anjing pun ada. Right? So, bila more people cannot pay their loans, banks are bankrupt. Banks pun tak ada duit dah. That's when you get the bubble, and that's when everything goes to. So please don't apply for multiple banks loan submission. It's bad for us as a whole, right? So just think about the economy, please. For MOT, how long am I supposed to get it settled once the property is handed over to me? Yang tu kena ikut bila strata title is handed over to you. So that one ikut different developer, different periods of time. Yang tu betul-betul I tak tahu nak jawab macam mana. Sebab some are 7 years, some are very fast. It really depends. If you have 2 options, let's see. If you have 2 options, either to rent a small apartment for 1,600 or to buy a small apartment for 400,000, which one should I choose? 400,000, if you ambil loan 90%, you akan bayar balik bank dalam 1,700, 1,800 macam tu. Paling-paling pun 2,000 lah, right? Maybe dalam 2,000 with this current interest maybe lah. Okay, let's say you are paying 2,000, right? For me, I memang wanted to own my own property sebab I jenis aku nak bertukul, aku tak payah nak call owner. And I was financially stable at the time to purchase. Kalau beza dia sikit, I rasa why don't you go for it, cuba and see how that goes. Sebab kalau rental is 1,600, beza dia tak banyak. So I rasa better you own the property, right? Paling-paling pun you hold it for 5 years plus. You tak suka, nanti you jual lah. Tapi maybe if you tahu the location, you tak tahu the location, maybe you try and renting there first, and see how that goes. Kalau you nak extra information, let me know, Ili. Nanti I akan tolong jawab. Sekejap How much should I save for down payment of 10%? It depends. So my suggestion is you have a goal in mind. Okay, you nak property you berapa? How much are you willing to spend for your property? Kata you, kalau 100,000 ni untuk property yang not sejuta lah, but maybe dalam 800,000 to 900,000 punya property price, right? If you want, you letak set dalam kepala you, okay, maximum I nak beli rumah 500,000, right? That's 2,500 a month, yeah. And make sure that your repayment to the bank is 35%. That's from Bank Negara. Dia kata a healthy financial income or financial spending is 35% on your mortgage, right? Okay, sidetrack. So kalau kata you are okay with you need 400,000, okay, I rasa 500,000 lah maximum, right? Start saving up your goal to 50,000 plus the rest of the 5%. Yeah. So make sure you have a goal in mind so that you know, okay, I need to save this amount of money. Kalau kata you end up, I nak beli rumah 300,000 je lah, then you have extra money, then it's not a problem, kan? Yeah, so it depends on what you're buying and how much